arrest me.
I don't want us to have it.
I've told you where the vehicle is.
The truck was actually coming from Ring Road. It missed a step. So as it was trying to gather itself, it fell.
What we are witnessing these days, it is something we can no longer understand.
They should stop telling us and promising us all those promises are fake, giving us details of promises are fake. We don't want it anymore.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has approved the payment of the first tranche to staff of the colleges of education in Ekiadolo and Igweben who were disengaged under controversial circumstances by the immediate past administration of Godwin Obaseki. The Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Mr. Fred Itua, confirmed the statement in a press statement. The report.
The milestone reflects Governor Monday Okpebholo's commitment to fairness, justice, and the welfare of its workforce. A total sum of 4.6 billion naira has been earmarked for the settlement of entitlement benefits of the affected staff. This covers 682 pensioners from the College of Education Ekiadolo and 32 pensioners from the College of Education Igweben. The payment, which will be made in 4 tranches, amounts to 1,164,507,285 naira 17 kobo per tranche. The first tranche has now been disbursed to both the disengaged staff and retirees of the 2 colleges in strict adherence to the provisions of the Pension Act of Nigeria. In further demonstration of its commitment to restoring dignity to those who served the state, Governor Okpebholo has also approved the immediate release of 292 million naira as the second tranche of pension entitlement to disengaged staff of the College of Agriculture Igworiaki and Agenebode. The payment is scheduled to be effective on or before Wednesday this week. With this intervention, the state government has so far released a total of 1.4 billion naira to the 4 colleges of education, bringing relief to hundreds of families and reaffirming its resolve to prioritize the welfare of citizens who have dedicated their years of service to the growth of Edo State. This bold action by Governor Monday Okpebholo-led administration is a continuation of the government's reform drive to reposition the education sector while ensuring that those who have impacted by earlier sack are not left behind. It is also a reflection of the governor's vision of a just, fair and prosperous Edo State where equity and compassion are guiding principles of governance. The Edo State government reassures all stakeholders, especially retirees and disengaged staff of state-owned institutions, that this process will be carried through to the end until every legitimate entitlement is fully settled. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
A former deputy governor in Edo State, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu, has held a 10-year memorial service in honor of his late mother, Mrs. Imwegbeyogu Odubu. The event held at Boundary Road, Benin City, was well attended by family members, friends, political associates, and top government officials. BeeTv News' Osarigi Agobo, who covered the memorial service, reports that late Mrs. Imwegbeyogu Odubu was honored with heartfelt tributes. Best Orator has details.
The former Deputy Governor of Edo State, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu, joined by other family members, friends, political associates, and top government officials, departed from his residence to the grave site of his mother, late Mrs. Imwegbeyogu Odubu Ni Osunde, for a 10-year memorial service. At the tomb of late Mrs. Imwegbeyogu Odubu, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu, his siblings, and other family members offered praises to God for the life their mother lived.
The Spirit of the Lord come down. In Jesus' name. May the Spirit of the Lord from heaven come down. May the Spirit of the Lord come down.
The officiating priest, Reverend Father Andrew Obia, thanked God for the exemplary life of late Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu and commended her children for always remembering and celebrating the legacy of their mother. Encourage family members and attendees to live a virtuous life, love one another, and remain devoted to God. He also thanked God for the well-being of his late mother's children and grandchildren and prayed that God will continue to give them the fortitude to bear the loss.
If we live for God. And when we die for God because we are of the Lord. So what matters? It is not automatic when we say we are of the Lord. We must earn it. To go to the bosom of God, we must earn it. We must live a righteous life, a virtuous life. So my appeal to every one of us today is first of all to accept God as your personal Lord and Savior.
Prayers were offered by the first daughter of late Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu, Mrs. Patience Amadi, and her granddaughter, Prayer Odubu. High point was the laying of a wreath on the tomb of late Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu by Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu on behalf of the family. In an interview with BeeTv News, the former Deputy Governor of Edo State, His Excellency Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu, his wife, Deaconess Endurance Odubu, children and grandchildren of late Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu thanked God for the success of the memorial service and promised to continue celebrating the legacy of their mother.
Like we said, fond memories. We always remember how we formed them. And we know she's in heaven right now, also supplicating on our behalf to God. So here on earth, we keep remembering her.
The event commended Right Honorable Dr. Pius Odubu and his family for always celebrating the life of their mother, describing late Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu as an inspiring figure whose legacy continues to touch many lives.
Today's own event has been very nice, very interesting. Thank you. One thing I want to say is that my friend is a good friend. See, like the Reverend Father who prayed for her, in it yearly. So it's a great thing, as I want to say.
Reverend Father saying,
His Excellency Senator Monday Okwevelo, Governor of Edo State, has approved the appointment of Professor Mrs. Eunice Eboserehime Omozegji as the Vice Chancellor of Abruzali University, AAU Ekpoma, with immediate effect. The appointment was made from among 3 names recommended to the Governor by the Governing Council of the University. Professor Mrs. Eunice Eboserehime Omozegji is a distinguished scholar of French and Francophone African literatures and a long-serving academic in the Department of Modern Languages at Abruzali University, Ekpoma. She is a prolific researcher and editor with contributions to African and Francophone literary studies, gender studies, and cultural studies. She has served as the president of the Abruzali University chapter of the National Association of Women Academics, where she has championed mentoring, research, and advocacy for female academics and students. Professor Omozegji has co-edited several seminal works, including French language in Nigeria, essays in honor of youth-town pace-setters and language matters in contemporary West Africa, and is the author of Women Novelists in Francophone Black Africa, Views, Reviews, and Interviews. Her appointment is a testament to her academic excellence, administrative experience, and commitment to the growth and development of Abruzali University. The Edo State government congratulates Professor Omozegji on her appointment and urges her to bring her wealth of experience and leadership skills to bear in advancing the institution's mandate of producing world-class graduates and driving research and innovation. The acting chairman of Oredo local government area, Honorable Engineer Gabriel Idusiri, has warned against street trading, indiscriminate parking of vehicles, and delay in evacuation of refuse in Oredo local government area, stating that his administration will not tolerate such practices. BeeTv News Osaragi Agobo reports that Honorable Idusiri handed down the warning during an inspection tour to some markets in the local government area. Best Orator reports.
Upon his his swearing in as the acting chairman of Oedo local government area, Honorable Gabriel Iduseri embarked on an inspection tour of some markets in the local government, including Oba Market, New Benin Market, and Agbadu Market. At the various markets, the acting council chairman, Honorable Gabriel Iduseri, frowned at the high level of street trading, improper refuse disposal, and delays in waste evacuation in open spaces. He said his administration will not condone such practices and called on waste managers to rise to their responsibilities. Honorable Iduseri emphasized that Oedo local government must be clean, free from every form of debt and disorderliness, including indiscriminate practice. Diligently.
On behalf of the councillors and staffs of Oedo local government, we are here to thank the leadership of the party for the trust and the opportunity they've given us to serve in the local government. And we are here to say thank you. Thank you, yes, thank you, sir. And at the same time, we want to also let you know that this position you have given us, we will not fail. We are there to work and to protect the interests of our people and the party. Because the party is the platform that gave us this opportunity. We will put in our best. We are going to lead with fairness, integrity, and with all that we know how to do to ensure that the people enjoy the dividends of democracy.
On his part, the APC State Secretary, Engineer Lawrence Oka, urged the Oedo acting chairman and councillors to immediately hit the ground running in line with Governor Okpebolo's developmental vision, encouraging the acting chairman to prioritize empowering the people, particularly the youth.
Members of the state work committee are present, the chairman of the council, Oedo, and the councillors, 12 ward councillors. You are welcome. Today is a beautiful day. There's a speaker for your information. The councillors elect were inaugurated after they have picked up their certificate of returns. Consequently, the chairman of the will carry our people along.
The swearing in of the acting chairman, Engineer Gabriel Iduseri, and the 11 other councillors was marked with celebrations from both residents and party supporters. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
My people of Edo State, development is not a miracle. It is the result of responsibility and action. You want good roads, quality hospitals, schools, jobs for our youth? Then you must understand this simple truth. Government cannot perform without your tax. Government will fix schools, build roads, light up communities if the people pay their tax. That's how governance works. It is not about politics. It is about progress. When you pay your tax, you are not helping the government. You are helping yourself. You are helping your family and your future. Don't wait to be chased. Do the right thing. Be part of building the new Edo State. Pay your tax with pride. Let us build Edo together. This message is brought to you by Edo State Internal Revenue Service,
EIRS, Administering Revenue for Service and Development.
We apologize for the sudden break in transmission. The Edo State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Honorable Paul Uhobamo, has said that there will be improved economic opportunities, job creation, and infrastructure development as a result of Governor Monday Okpebolo investments drive abroad. The Commissioner disclosed this in a statement in Benin City, assured that there will be a lot of economic benefit to the state following the Edo State Global Investment Summit 2025 convened by the Governor in Scotland under the theme Catalytic Partnership, Global Funding and Local Impact. According to him, Governor Monday Okpevelu's investment drive in Scotland is expected to bring numerous benefits to the people of Edo State, stating that some of the potential advantages include attracting investors, which can lead to creation of new job opportunities, reducing unemployment rates, and improving the overall standard of living for Edo residents. That a foreign investment can stimulate the state's revenue and improve infrastructure development. Honorable Owabamu further disclosed that critical infrastructure such as roads, power and transportation can support business operations and attract more investors, adding that the governor's strategy emphasizes long-term partnerships and direct capital investments, which can help diversify the state's economy and reduce dependence on traditional debt financing models, noting that the governor is very passionate in developing the state's agricultural sector, creating opportunities for farmers and agro-processors, as well as leveraging Edo natural resources to attract investment into the state, and is working to create a conducive business environment.
Trading on the streets and in market during school hours. Some residents who spoke with BeeTv newsmen attributed the trend to the harsh economic reality confronting families, forcing many parents and guardians.
We are just praying to God to understand where the decision wants to go. Like where the country is going now. So I believe governments need to empower, like to empower youth to assist parents so that all this will do in time of school hour they'll be in school. What without school hour they'll be in business trading. So the decision of country.
They lamented that the practice not only exposes children to various risks, but also undermines their ability to learn effectively in the classroom. According to them, children who are pushed into trading during school hours suffer setback in comprehension, miss out on social interaction with peers, and are often denied the formative experience that comes with proper education.
Support it because this kid wants to be in school, and I don't know how much they get from this business and what they need the money for. I understand the economy is harsh and tough, but the parents can fade.
Ulame, a mother with a golden heart, a leader with vision, a friend to many, and a shining light to all. On this special day, we celebrate your grace, your wisdom, your kindness, and the countless lives you continue to inspire. Happy birthday, my dear wife, Mrs. Sonia Louis Ulame. May your days overflow with joy, your path with success, and your years with endless blessings. Today, tomorrow, and always, I will always celebrate you. Congratulations, my dear wife, for clocking another 365 days on planet Earth. This message is from your husband, Mr. Louis Ulame, Okaigele of Ohun Community. Special invitation, 10 years of fun memories. The MU Odubu and Osunde families, both of Orion local government area of Edo State, specially invite you to the 10-year memorial Thanksgiving service of our daughter, wife, mother, and grandmother, Mrs. Imwegbeyogo Odubu, taking place on Sunday, the 28th day of September 2025 at St. Francis Catholic Church, College Road off Ekema Road, Benin City, Edo State at 8:30 a.m. The Thanksgiving service will be followed by a reception thereafter at Gloria Garden, Frederick Hall, number 14, Commercial Avenue off Ikpopan Road, GRA, Benin City, Edo State at 1 p.m. Mommy, 10 years ago seems like just 10 days ago. We miss you now and always. However, we are consoled by the good legacy you left behind and the motherly care and advice that you gave us. Continue to rest our dear mommy until we meet again to part no more. Signed, His Excellency, Right Honorable Dr. Pius Igberare Odubu, former Deputy Governor, Edo State.
Welcome back from that short break. Some time ago, the management of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Company, NPDC, donated some materials for empowerment purposes. The materials were said to have been diverted by the suspended Enogie of Olobodugdom, Prince Jason Akenzua. However, the Okao of Olobodugdom, Chief Emmanuel Iyase, has now uncovered where the items were hidden. Let's join Best Orator for details.
The Dugdom is happy with the present development, with the current development that we've been able to retrieve those items from the deposed Enogie. That is where we are.
Some time ago, the Nigerian Petroleum Development Commission donated highly sophisticated materials to the people of Olobodugdom for empowerment and the development of the community, but was diverted and kept by the previous Enogie of the Dukedom, Prince Jason Akenzua. But the items have now been discovered and successfully retrieved by the current Okao of Ologbo and Eho Dukedom, Chief Emmanuel Iyase. Findings with Chief Emmanuel Iyase, the Okao Noregwai of Ologbo and Eho Dukedom, revealed that the NPDC had donated tools, equipment, and supplies meant for local skills acquisition and empowerment of the people in Ologbo, comprising of 156 desktops and monitors, 3 JMG generators, 1 500 kVA transformer, 3 100 kVA transformers, 46 Skyrom AC, 3 color laser printers, 8 sharp printers, 78 crown UPS, and 8 smart UPS. These items were never put into use for their intended benefits. According to him, they instead remained in the possession of the suspended Enogie, Prince Jason Akenzua. During this period, community leaders and members raised concerns over the unavailability of the resources for their vocational training.
First and foremost, Oba Atokwe, a few months back, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedoku Akbolokbolo Oba Ewa II gave me an assignment. Upon the assignment, I discovered that properties like desktop computers, transformers, mechano generators, split ACs in numbers, which was earlier in the around 4.5 years ago, donated by NPDC to Ologbo, be able to, I think they have a scale accusation built by the same NPDC, or maybe I think the NPDC body not donated these items, to enable the skill accusation functional. Upon the assignment, I decided to do my own findings because the Royal Majesty gave me an assignment to go and get the wrong. The wrong is the right. So in the process, people complain of so many things. I also have to carry out my own post assessment, and I discovered that these computers and other items mentioned were not released by the suspended Enogie, or the disposed Enogie was still in his custody for after 4 years.
Chief Emmanuel Iyase revealed that at some point, a petition was written directing the suspended Enogie to release the materials, but he allegedly ignored the directive. This refusal led to a stalemate which lasted until the intervention of the Palace of the Oba of Benin. Acting under the instruction of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty
Development. And he has also given a directive that we should ensure that those items are distributed accordingly to be able to meet the purpose which the items were meant for.
Chief Emmanuel Iyase, the Okaonoregwai of Ologbo and Eho Dukedom, noted that the recovery underscores accountability and respect for traditional authority. He encouraged community members to monitor and ensure that the items are used transparently for the good of all, especially the local youths, who were the original recipients of the NPDC skill acquisition scheme. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
In Delta State, the police command has arrested 4 suspected kidnappers and recovered an AK-47 rifle, the victim's vehicle, and other operational vehicles used by the suspects. A team led by DPO EPMA, CSP Lake Joseph arrested 2 suspects, Elvis Ebroro and Abiola Adegore, both residents of Ometa, after acting on intelligence on the 12th of September. Preliminary findings indicated that a community security guard, Abdullahi Mohammed, cited the deal attempted to steal a vehicle battery, and when he challenged them, they threatened to kill him if he reported the incident. Following Elvis Ebroro's confession statement, operatives intensified their operations, leading to the arrest of another key suspect, Lucky Agoro, and one AK-47 rifle concealed inside an isolated building within Ometa community and linked to the syndicate was recovered. The command received a distress call that a young man was kidnapped at his residence in Ogwashuku and taken away. The kidnappers, after collecting a ransom of 2 million naira, shot his leg for not having enough money. The CP immediately detailed the command's special anti-kidnapping and cyber squad to the scene. The Delta State Commissioner of Police, Olufemi Aboniwanda, commended the operatives for their professionalism and resilience, stressing that there will be no safe haven for criminals in Delta State. Billionaire businessman Femi Otedola has alleged that up to 2 trillion naira was siphoned through questionable fuel subsidy claims during the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan. He recounted how he had previously warned the former president about the activities of fraudulent oil marketers involved in the scheme. In a statement on recent issues, especially in downstream, Mr. Otedola also congratulated Aliko Dangote on the success achieved so far since his refinery began operations, describing it as a historic leap for Nigeria's energy independence and economic future. He explained that there was fraudulent subsidy claim tied to depot licenses, noting that the policy rewarded neither transparency nor innovation but encouraged rent-seeking and corruption. According to him, that man had in place, but today his relevance is fast fading. He insists that the country must stop what he described as clinging to outdated privileges and focus on a new era built on self-sufficiency, transparency, and sustainable value creation. He also noted that the credit must go to President Bola Tinubu for doing what no other leader before him had the political will to execute, which is the full deregulation of the downstream petroleum sector. Now, he said this singular act has broken the grip of entrenched interests and ushered in a new era of transparency, healthy competition, and customer-centric service delivery. The member representing Fufero Federal Constituency regarding his involvement in the ongoing Jabi-Lamba Malabu Road construction project. The group affirmed their support, highlighting his commitment to infrastructure development in the area. The clarification comes after Governor Amadou Fintiri reportedly raised questions on the sponsorship and implementation of the project. Addressing journalists in Yola, the youth group insists that the road was duly captured in the 2024 national budget. And now reading from the business news, the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, has announced the deployment of an artificial intelligence system to address a backlog of 7,000 pending company registration applications. The move is aimed at improving the efficiency of service delivery and reducing delays in Nigerian business registration process. Legend BeeTv News Esohe Osemgi for details and more from the business world.
The Registrar General of the CAC, Usaini Magachi, disclosed this at a stakeholders forum in Kano. He stated that the new AI system launched in June 2025 represents a complete overhaul of the existing company's registration portal. The system is designed to enhance processing speed and accuracy across compliance, registry, and customer service operations. Key features of the upgraded portal includes instant name approvals, automated name suggestions when preferred options are unavailable, and real-time processing of name reservations. The AI agent will also triage up to 3,000 daily emails, identify duplicate requests, and route inquiries to the appropriate departments for prompt action. The CAC attributes recent service delays to the unexpectedly high volume of applications received. The deployment agency's 2023 solid revealed that 1,619 companies owed the government a total of 680.3 million in unpaid fees and royalties. Early reports documented similar patterns of non-compliances, including 1.6 billion owed by 238 companies in 2021 and 2.76 billion owed by over 2,000 companies in 2020. NITI stated that consistent non-compliance undermines revenue collection and investors' confidence in a solid mineral sector. The agency maintained that the enforcement of compliance requirements, including license revocation, is essential to boosting the government revenue, improving transparency, and attracting credible investors. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry has called on the Nigerian Customs Service to comply with the federal government's suspension of the 4% free on-board levy on imported goods. The levy was introduced under the Nigerian Customs Service Act 2023 but was formally suspended by the Minister of Finance, Wale Edun, on September 15, 2025.
Could lead to autism, advising women to restrict its use, a claim strongly dismissed by doctors and health authorities. Also, Eswatini says it has repatriated U.S. deportee to Jamaica. BeeTv News correspondent Harmony Agbafo has more on this and more from the global scenes.
A Jamaican man, Orville Isaac Etoria, has been repatriated in Eswatini to Jamaica after being deported from the U.S. under President Donald Trump's strict immigration rules. Etoria, 62, who had lived in the U.S. since childhood as a lawful permanent resident, was described by officials as one of 5 depraved monsters, expelled to Eswatini, where he was held in solitary confinement. His treatment had been condemned by the Legal Aid Society of New York, which said he had rebuilt his life after serving 25 years in prison for murder. Activists in Eswatini denounced the deportation deal as unconstitutional, while the government insisted it acted within its powers and is working to repatriate the remaining. SW police officer has been charged with assaulting Hannah Thomas, a former Greens candidate at a pro-Palestinian protest in Sydney. Thomas alleges she was punched in the face during the June demonstration outside SEC Platon, sustaining injuries that required surgery and risked permanent eye damage. She was initially charged but later cleared, receiving $22,000 in legal costs. The officer, whose employment is under review, faces court in November, while Thomas's lawyer says civil action will be pursued against police for assault, malicious prosecution, and abuse of process. And that's all from the global scenes for the evening. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
Omale has raised fresh concerns about his mental health after revealing that he current mental health challenges to issues surrounding his.
The development follows his recent separation from his manager Muyiwa Awoniyi. While Awoniyi previously indicated that the split was amicable, a label mate, K-Style, claimed Awoniyi was dismissed. Omale has previously addressed his struggles with depression. His 2022 debut album, Boy Alone, included themes of emotional distress, and shortly after the album's release, he revealed via social media that his mental health had deteriorated following a personal incident involving a former therapist. The latest episode has reignited public concern, especially amongst fans and industry stakeholders, amid broader conversations about artist welfare and contractual obligations in the Nigerian music industry. 3 million naira. He was reportedly advised to exchange the vehicle for a more affordable Nigerian used Toyota Venza. Audio evidence shared from private conversations suggested that Sanko had expressed reluctance to return the vehicle, citing concerns raised by family members. One of his relatives, a police officer based in Oshogbo, allegedly warned him against the exchange, fearing potential deceit in the agreement. The incident occurred along the Ogbomosho Road in Oyo State. His death was later confirmed publicly by actor Yemi Elesho. Prior to his passing, Sanko had posted images of the Lexus SUV on TikTok, celebrating the acquisition and tagging the dealer. American rapper Cardi B has disclosed ongoing issues in her marriage to fellow rapper Offset, citing financial and property-related demands as reasons for the continued legal status of their union. The revelation was made through a leaked audio recording that has since gone viral. According to the audio, Cardi B stated that Offset had requested her to cover his tax obligations and transfer ownership of one of her properties. This development comes after Cardi B filed for divorce in July 2024, marking the second time she is initiating divorce proceedings since their 2017 marriage. She previously filed for divorce in 2020 but withdrew the application shortly afterward. Cardi B is currently expecting her fourth child, her first with NFL player Stephon Diggs. She shares 3 children with Offset, Culture Carrie Cyphers, age 6, with Seth Cyphers, age 3, and a daughter born on September 7, 2024. In a separate development, Cardi B recently set a Guinness World Record